Good morning everyone, welcome again to my channel. Today in our channel we are making cabbage pakora along with our onions. This is an authentic Indian dish and this is like our fritters, how we call that in America, but this is very crispy and I'm going to show you the best way to make is the one that we are going to make today, and let's get started. And let's get back to our ingredients. I have everything in my boxes so to show how I store my flour and my spices. Over here we have the white rice flour and I have the Besan flour, it's also called chickpea flour, and I have my cumin seeds and carom seeds, it's also called ajwain, and shredded cabbage. It has to be really thin shredded like this, so it makes it easier, and shredded onion as well. So you can see the rings in here and we're just going to remove some rings over here, and this is how it's supposed to be looking, and chopped coriander and turmeric and the chili powder. So the way the chili powder has to be is a Kashmiri chili powder. It's really red. It adds on to our beautiful red color over here. And last but not the least is our salt. This is Celtic salt that I have stored it. And let's get started. For this recipe we need 1 cup of Besan flour, and we need half a cup of white rice flour. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of our cumin seed and 1 teaspoon of our carom seed. This adds a great flavor to your pakoras. And the next thing we're going to add is our salt. Salt is always as needed. I'm adding like almost half a teaspoon of salt and a little bit of turmeric. It's like a pinch of turmeric depending on the amount of color you like, more or less. But when it comes to this chili powder, we're not going to add any fresh chili, so I'm going to put 1 teaspoon or a little over 1 teaspoon of chili powder. You can use it as much as you want for your taste. There's one other ingredient that we missed. We are going to add 1 teaspoon of oil, so it gives us more crispiness and it's easy to work with as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my spatula here, then I'm just going to start mixing it in. It's very important that we mix it in with lump free. Of course we are going to add water, and I did not add that into my ingredients, so let's add oil and water to our ingredient. So you have to make sure even the powder is lump free, because the Besan or the chickpea flour can easily form lumps. And we don't want lump in our pakora because it's going to break and make it a little mess. And now I'm going to use my hand, so that way it's easy to mix all my lumps completely. Oh, I can smell the flavor of the carom seeds and the cumin, and not to mention that it's very healthy for your digestive system as well, because we are going to add chickpea and it's going to go in the oil, so you want to make sure it balances out with your digestion as well. Okay, the next step is we are going to add our vegetables. So usually it's 1 cup of cabbage and half a cup of onion. So see how it comes like a ring. So this is the way it's supposed to be. So our pakoras are really nice and crispy. And I'm going to add some coriander leaves here. And I'm just going to give it a good mix. And don't worry if it is too big. We're just going to work it out. We're just going to make it a little crispier as we go. Okay, now is the time to mix our water. Now when we mix water, we have to be very careful. We have to go slow and low, because if you add too much water, it may not blend well and it may be a soggy pakoras instead of a crispy fritters. Now I'm going to add a little bit more. The consistency is very important in this recipe, guys, so you want to make sure you add very slowly the amount of water. As you can see, you see some powders in the bottom and you see some sticky on the top. Okay, this is the consistency that we want. So I'm going to leave this for another 5 minutes, so just to let the moisture out, and then I'll be back and we'll see how to proceed with the rest of the thing. Alright, it's been 5 minutes, and if you can look at it, the moisture has been absorbed a little bit. And now we're not going to add excess water, but if you feel that it is still too dry, you can add a little bit, but we want to make sure that this is semi-dry. The oil that I'm using today is the sunflower oil. And I'm just going to take some in my hand and then I'm just going to put it in. It has to be a medium heated oil, not too hot or not less. So make sure it is medium, and if it is a little above heat, it's alright, but not too hot. Just gonna put one more. Make sure there is no water in your recipe over here when it deals with oil, because oil and water never mix. I'm just going to turn it a little bit. For like another 2 minutes before I turn it and serve it. Okay, now as you can see, these are golden brown, and I love the way my onions have become like a roasted onion rings also on the side. Over here. Here we go, and I'm going to do another batch, and I will show you how it looks. Here. So this is like a little bit more of like a vada. So if you see it, it's just I have put a little bit of water and then I have smudged it in. So it's like it has a shape now. The way you can do it is you can roll it like that in your hand, make it like a ball, and then smudge it in, and then you can make it like that. Don't worry about the shape, because this is going to be hard to work with for the shape, but still, make it like that. There you go. Yeah. Alright, as you can see, my vada is crispy brown, and it looks the same like our pakoras too, but what's the difference? This has a shape. And the pakoras, you know, they're very loose, you know, they can break it like that and it looks so beautiful. Either way, it's so crispy and tasty. And my guests are really waiting for me to finish this video so they can just grab it. They're being very patient with me right now. I'm just going to turn off the stove at this point and let it cool a little bit. And here we go. Today we made our cabbage pakora and our cabbage vada, and it looks delicious, tastes delicious. If you like it, you must subscribe now.